And here we are, kebab patrol, as you can see. Yeah, you know, there is one trash bin there. Behind the corner is one. Inside there are two, but yeah, you know, people just leave. So situation. It's still raining here in Ljubljana, but it's like less than 1 liter of water per hour per square meter. But apparently yesterday afternoon, means in north eastern parts, it started to rain again. There were a couple new floods at one river. One river actually broke through the anti-flood barrier and it started to flood again. Okay, we'll be right back. So yeah, evacuations were going on yesterday for the whole day, throughout the day. Just for, you know, the Dutch citizens, they evacuate almost 500 of them from just 2 locations, 2 campsites. I didn't know that Dutch are so keen on visiting Slovenia. So yeah, unfortunately I already mentioned that there were those 2 that were hit by lightning. But apparently yesterday afternoon they said that they are missing additional 4 to 5 Dutch tourists. Hopefully they will be found. For example, there was a case of one Polish couple that their relatives were looking for, but yesterday Tuki, pridi Lizi, greva Tuki, no, Tuki greva, pridna. So they were looking for that Polish couple and they were then found. So they were evacuated to a local elementary school. So yeah, that basically, you know, covered the situation. There are still settlements that are still cut off. They managed in the afternoon. They managed to open the highway, the highway to Maribor. So this is now at least an option for people to go there. But for example, the ones the railway travel to Maribor is still impossible due to the fact that in several locations the bank, is it the bank where the railway tracks lay, were washed away. So now basically the railway company is already prepared to start, you know, rebuilding stuff, but they are still waiting for the water to go away. But yeah, so throughout the day it will be still raining, so perhaps tomorrow. And yesterday this accumulation of water, from Slovenia already reached Croatia, and there was already some floods over there. So yeah, it's spreading. Okay, yeah, it's still raining a little bit. Just enough that I would be wet if I wouldn't have an umbrella. Okay, let's end on this point so that I can dispose of the evidence. And even with all of the warnings going on, people are still people, being stupid. It came to this point that once again the commander of the civil defense had to during an live update talked about some people, and once again warned, do not do stupid things, basically. So for example, this was also filmed. So there was like an underpass. It started to get filled with water, rainwater, and there were two idiots on ATV wanted to have some fun and drive on the other side of this underpass, which was filling with water. It didn't look that there is a large quantity of water there, but you never know what is below the surface. And they drive in that underpass, high speed, two on board. For some reason, ATV flipped on its, basically 180 flip. I think the passenger was thrown off, while the driver remained trapped under the ATV. He had fallen down, and the ATV landed on his back. Fortunately, the said driver wasn't unconscious, and he managed to free himself. And this was all caught on tape. And there, of course, were people going sightseeing to the banks of the rivers, to on bridges. And civil defense was warning them, do not go there, because you don't know when the bank will give away, when the bridge will be hit with one large piece of debris. And yeah, but there were of course also several cars that tried to push through flooded passes and got stuck, and now they are submarines. And of course, people went, went on, I don't know, driving expeditions around and got stuck when the roads were flooded or hit by avalanches or mudslides. So yeah, and apparently the slides, mudslides, are currently the biggest problem in the regions that were hit on Friday, because everything is soaked through, and there is still raining. So yeah, this is the main concern for several regions. Yesterday, Prime Minister said that most likely this will be the most devastating flood in history of Slovenia, like ever. Currently, they are saying in the since the independence, that is for sure, but forever most likely. And they are already estimating the cost to be more exceeding €500 million, so 500 million euros. So yeah. Okay, we will end on this point, and perhaps we will once again meet Nar today. Okay, that's it.